Oh shit! And I have to flip to equip my armor class is 18.
Your armor class is 18?
Yeah. I have a disadvantage to stealth though, because when I wear my chainmail.
Okay.
Strength 13. Okay, cool. I do need the strength requirement.
Okay. So you are 12 hit points with 18 armor class and a
Yes.
passive perception of 15. Okay. And then
Yes.
Zerandis is 15 health, 14 armor class, and a 7 passive perception.
Question: is Warhammer two-handed or one-handed?
It tells you on there.
Where?
Like mine says it's a heavy
Oh,
two-handed.
look at melee. Yes. Legend. I assume if it doesn't tell you.
I mean, mine says it. Mine says martial heavy two-handed weapon.
Okay, mine doesn't. Just says Warhammer weapon common. Martial, versatile. Guess one-handed.
Sure. You could probably click on it and see what
Yeah,
versatile.
versatile weapon in D&D can be used with one or two hands. Damage value is parentheses appears to be property. Damage weapon is used with two hands to make a melee attack. Okay. So yeah, in parentheses it shows two-handed damage, but I'm using it with one hand.
Okay. Great. You have a shield or something? You just
Yeah, I have a shield and a warhammer,
Mm.
so it's all using one-handed
Cool.
damage.
Okay. So a little backstory. Zerandis, you and Durnok have been hired by Durnok's cousin, Gundren Rockseeker, basically to escort a wagon down south. So you guys are in Neverwinter currently. And what you guys have been hired to do is to take this wagon full of supplies and meet up with Gundren in Phandelver. Phandalin. It's a couple days travel southeast of Neverwinter. He hasn't really told you why he wants you to escort this wagon full of supplies, but he definitely seemed pretty excited about this trip. The only thing that he's told you guys is that he and his brothers have found something big, and they're wanting to kind of keep it hush-hush until they're ready to show it off, basically. So he's agreed to pay you each 10 gold pieces for escorting his supplies safely, and he wants you to drop those supplies off at Barthen's Provisions, which is the trading post in Phandalin. So last night, he set off like early in the morning with his mercenary / friend, Sildar Hallwinter, and he told you that he needed to arrive early in Phandalin to take care of business. So you guys are going to be heading out from Neverwinter this morning with the wagon. What do you guys do?
Is there some missing house supplies?
Yep, you guys currently have the supplies you have on now, but you are more than welcome to get more supplies if you choose to from Neverwinter.
Weird question. How do rations work in D&D?
So in D&D, you only need one ration a day to be considered like to be like well fed.
Okay. I'd like to find an inn or any supply shop and get some more rations if possible.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Neverwinter is a pretty big place, so you're gonna be able to find anything that you're looking for. What are you looking for? Something specific? Are you looking?
Just some basic like rations
Okay,
that
okay.
hopefully can stay for a long time.
Gotcha. So eat a ration for like 1 day worth of rations is about 5 silver pieces,
Okay.
and they're about 2 pounds.
All right. Yeah, I'd like to just buy 1 extra day, or 2 extra days of rations.
2 extra days? Okay. So that's going to be 10 silver pieces. And
Okay, so
I
one
believe
gold.
it is, out of 1 gold, I believe it's what? A
No,
hundred
10
silver?
silver pieces is 1 gold.
10 silver pieces is 1 gold? Okay. Yeah, the
Whereas
coinage.
gold equals 10 SP.
Yeah, 1 gold piece is 10 silver pieces. Okay, yeah. Okay. Cool. So you've gotten yourself a couple extra days worth of rations. How about you, Mr. Zarandis? Is there anything that you're looking for, or what you up to?
Guess I'm going to go wait around the blacksmith, kind of like just goof around, I guess. Not goof around, but just kind of like sit there and watch the blacksmith at work
Okay.
and see if I
Okay.
can like learn anything from his smithing techniques as I'm standing there waiting for us to leave.
Just kind of watching and learning what you can. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, give me a intelligence roll.
So how do the rolls work?
Well, you're pretty much always going to roll a 1d20
Right?
for any like ability score check. And then you're going to add or subtract your modifier. And then if you have a proficiency in that, you'll add your proficiency bonus. Like, so if you have a proficiency in blacksmithing, you would roll your 1d20, add your modifier, so intellect for this thing, and then if you're trained or proficient in blacksmithing, you would add your proficiency bonus, which for level 1 is a +2.
I don't have any of that.
Okay, so you're just going to roll a 1d20 and add your modifier.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you kind of watch him. He's like hammering away at something. You're not even really sure what it is. It looks like a hunk of metal to you. And in the time that it takes Gundrak to go and get his rations, you watch him shape that hunk of metal into something kind of resembling a U-ish shape. But you're not sure how he did it. You're pretty much in awe that someone took a solid piece of metal and bent it somehow.
Cool.
So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting for me.
Yeah. Okay. All
I
right.
kind of want to, as I watch that, I kind of want to take like a nearby piece of scrap of metal and kind of start bending it with my hands.
Okay. Where are you going to get this piece of metal from?
Just like a nearby piece of metal that he's like thrown on the ground that he's not using. Like,
Okay. As you kind of look around, you don't really find any like unused scraps of metal.
okay.
It would probably stand to reason that metal would be kind of semi-precious in this age. So most people aren't going to have just like scraps of metal. They're going to be using it for something. Or
Okay.
they can melt it back down into something else if they screw it up. But yeah, you're unable to find any like just thrown out pieces of metal.
Kind of just like huff and shrug and then just
Yeah.
kind of continue watching.
Okay. All right. Well, after a little bit of you watching that, Gundrak comes back. What you guys up to?
You ready? What time do we need to leave?
The trip is about 1 day. He said he needs it tonight. Probably head out if we want to take it.
much time is it?
So it's a couple days travel. So about 2.5, maybe 3 if you guys were really slow. Days of travel from Neverwinter to Phandelver.
So it's a wagon that's being drawn by a horse, though, right?
It is being drawn by 2 oxen.
2 oxen?
Yep.
Oh, they left this morning.
Yes, Gundren Rockseeker and his mercenary friend Sildar both left on their own horses earlier in like the dawnish time, like before the sun was coming up. They left to go, quote unquote, take care of business, to go get set up.
Can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, am I new to this town? I wasn't 100% sure.
You guys have been in this town, both of you, for a little while.
Okay.
You specifically, Gundrag. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get this right. Durnak, because you were with your cousin, Gundren. You were visiting him for a while, and he's kind of asked you for this favor.
So I would have known, although if there was a local temple to help.
Oh yeah, there definitely is. Neverwinter is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to
The temple.
like after I buy the supplies, I'm gonna stop by the temple.
Okay, and prepare your spells and whatnot for the day.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
burn some. I have some candles and some incense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm back. Do they have the oxen, or do we have the oxen?
You two have been left with a wagon with about 100 gold pieces worth of supplies, like flour, salt, mead, beer, pickaxes, some rations and stuff, to take to Phandelver. And the wagon is equipped with 2 oxen.
Okay, I didn't know if they took the oxen and stuff with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys have everything you need to get from point A to point B currently. And it doesn't require any sort of skill to drive the wagon. It just requires one person, and as long as you're holding the reins, you can steer the oxen just fine. But as soon as someone leaves the wagon seat or drops the reins, it'll just stop.
Okay, so you want to drive and I'll walk? I don't really feel like sitting down for that long.
I'm currently still out. I'll be over back soon.
Yeah.
Alex, do I have to use my own?
No. So I was gonna say
Yeah.
because you're going to your deity's temple, you flash your gauntlet. They'll provide you with the necessary candles and incense to make your prayers.
Holy symbol of God.
Yeah, you just kind of. Is it a gauntlet that you put over your hand, or is it like a symbolic gauntlet, like on a chain neck piece?
It's a gauntlet.
Okay.
It's a little bigger for my hand than normal.
Okay. Yeah.
But
So once
it's been
you
crafted to be fit on there. I use it it's my holy symbol to represent my
your faith.
God,
Gotcha.
Yeah, my faith, and I use it as my focus.
Yeah.
Whenever I do spell
To make your plays 3 guns. Okay. Yeah, so you arrive, you let Zorandus know that you're going to be going to your temple before you head out, and that you're going to go and prepare your spells for the day before you set out. So when you arrive, you equip your gauntlet, and the priesthood there gives you some candles and incense so you can make your prayers and ask for some blessings before you guys head out. So what spells would you like to equip today?
For cantrips, light, spare the dying, and thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And for regular spells, detect magic,
Okay.
guiding bolt, healing word,
Mm-hmm.
and inflict wounds.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you take a little bit of time and you pray, and your answers are prayed. Helm, blesses you and gives you.
Prayer.
His answers are prayed.
His answers are prayer.
It's true, and you now have access to your abilities for the day. So after thanking Helm, you head back out, and you meet Zerandis, who has been waiting patiently at the wagon.
Yeah.
All right. What next?
You want to drive, and I'll walk.
If you think you can keep up, yes.
I think I can.
All right.
Okay.
All right. It's multiple carts, or is it one single cart pulled by 2 oxen, or is it like 2 carts pulled by?
It is 1 cart pulled by 2 oxen.
All right.
Imagine your Oregon Trail wagon. That's what it kind of looks like.
Oh, is it large?
It's pretty large. It's got a couple weeks worth of supplies, pickaxes,
So is there room for me to sit in the back then?
Yeah, absolutely. You could absolutely hang your legs off the back and just kind of relax.
I'm gonna say, I guess there's room for me in the back then. I'm not gonna walk. I'm actually gonna sit back here.
Okay.
When I get back there, I'm gonna scoop up a large handful of pebbles and kind of put them in my pocket before I sit down.
Snack for the road, huh?
Funny dwarf.
All right. So I'll take pat down the oxen, see if they're healthy. Do I notice anything?
You take your time. They both look very well bred. They're ready to go. They've had a nice breakfast. They've had a nice sleep last night. They look like they're ready to go. They're flicking their tails. They're ready.
All right. Let's go. They're fed and watered.
So when he hops up on the front, I'm gonna flop down in the back.
Okay.
And
All
make
right.
make the cart kind of shake when I land back there.
Okay. Both of you give me a intellect roll, and
What roll?
an intellect roll, and if you have any sort of knowledge or history professions, you can add that to your roll. Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Durnak, you know that the
I do have history +1.
You do? Okay, so a 13? Perfect. So, Durnak, you know that the high road, while it can be a little dangerous, it's patrolled fairly often enough. It's a major, highway, basically, along the coast, that it shouldn't be too much of a problem while you're on the main road. So, your thoughts right now is stick to the main road, follow the traffic until you get to your turn-off point. Zerandis, you're heading down a big road.
I'm not going to drive them super fast, but...
Yeah, it's no rush. You guys are going to take your time. There's no real rush, basically. Gundren's gone on ahead to get everything ready for you guys. You're just coming up behind with the resources. All right. So you guys have spent the last few days following the high road south. You haven't run into any major issues so far. And you've just recently veered east along the Tribor Trail, which is the trail that you were told to take to get to Phandelver. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail.
Keep an eye out.
And you say that, I'm like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I'm throwing those pebbles I picked up down the road, kind of skipping them as we're riding down the road.
Okay. So same kind of positions, Val or Durnak, you're still driving. Zerandis, you're just keeping an eye out on the back.
Yeah.
Having a
I
good
will
day.
scan the horizon as we go, but I assume the traffic has cleared up when we veered off. Or is
Yeah,
it still
it's a much less traveled road. but it's still pretty worn. Phandelver isn't like a crazy small town, but it's not, like Neverwinter, nowhere near it.
Got it.
I'm looking for things like small animals or deer or something I could pelt with these rocks as we're riding.
Okay. All right. So you've been on the Tribor Trail for about half a day now. As you come around a bend, you spot 2 dead horses, sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of them. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side. What do you do?
I'm going to stop the oxen before we reach the horses.
Is it going to be like a sudden stop or just a slowing down stop?
Slow it down. I'm not going to whoa, just let it slow down to a trot.
So as we're slowing down, what's the problem, Durnak?
Dead horse, how I see that everything described, right?
Yep. Everything that you see right now on the map is what you're seeing.
Dead horses up ahead.
I'm going to grunt.
With arrows.
I'm going to grunt and get out. Well, I guess I'll go move them.
Keep an eye on the side.
Alright, just make sure I don't get shot up. Hop out the back, kind of like a trucker would get out, like holding on to the top, kind of step out.
I'm going to slowly get off as well. And I'm going to go right to try to go over the embankment to see if anyone's on the other side.
Now, I'm going to grab my maul with me as well, just in case, and bring it.
Yeah.
So I'll be walking towards the horses, holding the maul over my left shoulder, just kind of flicking rocks with my thumb in my pocket.
Okay. Durnak, you go ahead and move your character as well.
I just want to see, I'm going to go over one side.
Okay.
And then the other side as well.
Okay. Yeah. You're taking a look out into the forest. It's definitely pretty dense. You're not seeing much of anything other than forest, rocks, bushes, and whatnot at the moment.
Alright. So if I don't see much, I'm going to grab, in front, grab their reins and slowly start moving them forward. Just by their muzzles, not actually sitting on the wagon, just so I'm ready to go.
Okay. You have access to control the wagon, so you can move it with you. Zorandis, as you go up to the horses, you see what Gundark was talking about. The horses are definitely dead. They have some arrows sticking out of them. Probably not the best for their health right now.
I kind of want to poke them with the maul and see if the skin is hard or if it's soft and rotting.
Okay.
To judge if I want to pick them up and move them or if I want to drag them.
Okay. Yeah. They have not been dead long. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Investigation.
So, okay. These horses have been dead for less than a day, maybe a day. And they were definitely killed by the arrows.
So if I tug on it, will its leg come off?
No.
Okay.
No. The saddlebags have also been looted. And there is an empty leather map case on one of the horses.
I'm gonna pick the leather case up and put it in my pocket, and then try and push I'm gonna grab the horse's leg and pull him off the road.
Okay. As you go to pick up the map case, 3 arrows fly out of the forest. And one hits you right on the left shoulder for 5 points of damage.
Oof. So is it reduced by armor, or how does this work?
So it hits you, and then it deals damage. You take that much damage.
So you just took a third of my HP.
Correct.
Awesome.
Alright, let's roll for initiative.
So I do my roll plus my initiative.
It is a D20 plus your initiative, correct?
It's a dwarven roll right there.
Let's see. Alright, so add turn. 13. Are you serious? Are you serious? I can't. Okay, alright. Move you down.
Oh, you can't multiply?
No, like it wouldn't like come down so I could add their turns in.
Can't we drag our numbers over the turn over there?
Only if our characters are already in the order, then we both.
Okay.
So Alex just has to add us.
Oh, I need to add you guys? Cool, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or at least change it.
Yeah. Is it not letting you? Oh, I got it. Alright. Alright. So,
Oh, guess you didn't automatically go to the. Oh, you did.
there. Alright, Zorandis, you are surrounded by 3 goblins, and they've just unleashed arrows upon you.
Which, from the direction that I got shot, where
the
which
left,
arrow hit me?
you were hit in the left shoulder.
Alright, I am barreling towards that person.
Okay. Don't forget to, I updated your health for you too, by the way.
I didn't know. I did it on my sheet at 10. How do you do it on here? Is it okay, yeah.
You should, can you change your health? The green is your health. Are you able to like click on yourself and then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. Alright. So now each square, Zorandis, is 5 feet.
You can move 30, right?
Correct.
Alright, so I'm going to rage as a bonus action because he hit me.
Okay, and what does raging do?
It gives me an advantage on strength checks and saving throws, +2 to melee damage with strength weapons, +2 resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. I cannot cast or concentrate. Rage ends early or after 10 rounds if it ends early if I'm knocked unconscious, or if I haven't attacked a hostile creature since my last turn or taken damage. I can also end it early as a bonus action, or it lasts for 10 rounds.
Okay.
Unless the rounds are 10 seconds, right? That's what it says.
Each round is 6 seconds, I believe.
Okay, it says I have 1 minute or 10 rounds, so I don't know how you want to do that. Oh, I guess 10 rounds is a minute.
Yeah.
I was doing 100 for some reason.
Alex, how does? I know we're going through combat, but how does each action that we take? Do we just get one action and then movement is considered an action, or are there like sub actions that we can do?
Yeah. So during your turn, you can do basically a whole bunch of things. Here, I will read them out to you. So you can move, attack, bonus action, ready in action, and reaction on your turn.
Okay, move, attack, action. Oh, I see. Okay,
So,
it's actually under actions in D&D Beyond. Cool.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can move, and you can break that movement up however you want during your turn. So you could like move 10 feet, attack, and then move 20 feet. And then you can take your action.
So, how did you do it? Did you have Beyond Val?
Are you at the website?
Yeah.
You see on the right side, like underneath your armor class, there's an action.
Oh, yeah.
Hit that, and then you could like clear it by attack, action, bonus action, reaction, or other. And other is like interact with an object. Oh, we get music.
Okay. So oh cool! I get 2 uses of rage for long rest. Okay. I can use it twice for a long rest.
Okay.
So I'm charging. I'm barreling towards the guy.
Okay. Was that your 30 feet?
That's 30 feet.
Cool. All right. So you run straight up to this goblin that just whacked you with his bow.
Yep. And when I get within 5 feet of him,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop my maul to the ground and drag it, and I'm gonna prepare to hit him.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna swing coming up from the ground towards his face.
Let's do it.
So what do I roll now? Strength or?
Yep. You're gonna. I mean, it should be on the D&D Beyond. So you're gonna roll to hit. So your D20 plus your hit. So your proficiency bonus and whatnot. And then if you meet or beat his AC, you hit him, and then you'll deal damage.
I don't see where it is to all that stuff.
Under attack, under actions, attack.
Hits +7, right?
It should have a hit DC.
Basically, It's going to be your D20 plus your strength modifier, I believe, plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so
Hit DC.
yeah, what's hit DC then?
Hit DC?
Yeah, under attack it says attack range is 5.
Hit is the attack roll bonus for a weapon or spell attack. DC is the difficulty class for a spell or feature. I think you don't use strength for the attacks, Alex. You can use the weapons. At least that's what I'm reading.
Let me open my book, because I thought I had it down, and now I'm all confused about it.
I'm looking at the website. Hit is the attack roll bonus for a weapon or spell, and DC is the difficulty class for a spell or feature.
So when you
Number
make an
is the
attack,
bonus for the attack roll. When you do a weapon or spell attack, you roll a d20 and add that bonus to get the total.
yeah, so when you make an attack roll, the two most common modifiers to roll are an ability modifier and your character bonus. Your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So I'm guessing
you're gonna roll a
that's-
d20, add your strength, and then add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
And then your damage is the damage on your weapon, I believe.
2d6 plus 5. Okay, I gotcha. Oh my god.
Okay. So you crit. So what that means for us is that you do the max damage of your weapon. You don't have to roll damage. So what is the max damage of your weapon?
17. Bludgeoning.
It does 17 damage, like if you rolled max.
Yep, 2d6 plus 5.
Not the +5, just the...
No. That's the damage on the weapon. My weapon damage is I roll 2d6 plus 5 on the maul.
Alex.
Does the D&D Beyond
Yeah,
character sheet
so if
automatically...
you're using the attack action thing, don't add your proficiency T-Pain. It's already added in that hit.
Yeah,
DC.
that's what I was looking at whenever I clicked on it, yeah. But the damage of my maul is 2d6 plus 5 for the damage.
I think the +5 is coming from your strength.
No, that's
But
the
I'm not-
DC hit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, like axes do 3d6 and swords do 2d6 plus something.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
my Warhammer is 1d8 plus 1 for damage.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so you do max damage.
17.
So you do 17 damage and then add your strength, and that's your damage because you crit.
That would be 27.
Okay, so you come up and just uppercut this goblin's head off. It explodes behind it and it just disintegrates.
Can I push him through trees to his body?
He slams up against the nearest tree and you can see his bones visibly vibrate.
So when I do that, I'm gonna turn towards where the other arrows are and I'm gonna growl really loudly.
Cute.
And kind of like hit my maul on the ground, and and like look like I'm about to run at them.
Alright. So this goblin, seeing his buddy just get walloped, is going to move here, and he is going to hide. Alright, Mr. Durnak.
I would have seen them on the right as well, right? They showed themselves.
As soon as they attacked, they appeared. Yes, correct.
Okay. Ruler. I don't have a ruler.
You can use the.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What are you using? What is that?
It's like what, right click or control
The
left?
left one, on the left-hand side, it's the circle with the comb going through it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna charge in.
Okay, you're gonna dash, so that doubles your movement speed, but that uses up your whole turn.
I would make it there for combat anyway, but I want to get within combat.
Okay.
What's the range on your weapon? I know both of mine, even my unarmed is 5 feet. So.
Yeah.
5 feet. Yeah.
Every melee weapon is 5 feet unless it has
So,
like the long
I'm gonna
attribute.
move 30 then.
Okay.
So I started. God damn it. I started here, 30, and then this is another 5 feet. So he's 10 feet away. So I still
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah. But you could cast like a spell, like one of your cantrips.
All right. I'm gonna charge in and I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, my cantrip,
Okay.
and my voice is gonna boom 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. I'm just
Okay.
gonna yell like a battle cry.
Okay.
But Zod, just a dwarven battle cry.
Ah, huzzah! I like it. Okay. Yeah. The goblin in front of you is visibly shaken, and he's looking around madly for the rest of his fellows. This goblin is going to drop his bow and run at you, and then he's going to try and attack you and run past you at the same time. So he is going to attack. And your AC is 18, so the blow just dings right off your armor, and he starts running away madly. And as he does, you get an attack of opportunity with your Warhammer, Durnak.
Let me set all these up when I get a chance. But now 16.
Nice, that hits. You smash right into the side of his right pectoral. Boom.
6.
And it smashes so hard that it just caves in the right side of his chest, and he goes down. Perfect. Alright.
So is it my turn now, or is combat over?
Combat is not over. Alright. Durnak, as you are finishing off that goblin, another arrow whizzes by. And smashes into your buckler, dealing no damage. Alright. Wait, why did it skip Zerandis' turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. Alright, Zerandis, you're up.
So, still in my fury, I'm going to run back towards the horse.
Okay.
And when I run to him, I'm going to drop my maul for a second, grab the horse by his leg, and chunk it over this direction where I saw the last goblin.
Okay. Move it up.
Like, in this area right here.
Okay.
Character there.
Alright. And then give me a strength roll. 14. Okay. Yeah, you get the horse up kind of by its legs. You have like 2 legs in each arm, and you kind of start doing like a shot put maneuver where you start spinning around and around. And eventually you let it go. Give me a attack roll real quick.
What would that be?
A d20.
Just a D20.
9. Okay. And then you throw the horse, releasing it, and it kind of goes about 10-15 feet before smashing into the ground again. Alright.
So I was gonna like stomp the ground and pick my ball back up more loudly.
Sounds good. Alright, this goblin is going to make a break for it. Over here. And he is going to hide.
Do I see it at any point?
You see, give me a perception check.
Perception would be under. Oh god. Oh no, that's not what I'm gonna do.
Well, you see the gods.
I see his essence. I see his power level. I rolled a 10. That's what I rolled.
10? Okay. You make out some minor shuffling in the forest in that general area, but that's about it.
Shit, I forgot one of my plus 2. Do I lose my rage since I haven't attacked anything, or like you consider my like stomping and stuff considered rage or not?
How does rage work? Does it go away if you...
Turn or goes away.
I have to attack or be attacked.
Okay, yeah, it would go away then.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, Mr. Durnock.
Alright, so after I feel the bolt hit me, turn in that direction, would I see him?
Give me a perception.
18.
You do indeed see the goblin hiding behind a largish boulder. Zorandis, you do not see the goblin, just so you know.
Alright.
The goblin is cowering behind the rock.
I'm gonna lift my shield up, like just so nothing gets in my way, just push my way in a straight line right at all the thickets.
Okay.
And attack.
As you go to attack, he throws down his weapons and says, "No! No, stop! I surrender!" What do you do?
Law dictates that this is an act of bigotry, so death is the only answer.
Alright, roll it up.
Swing down.
No, please!
14 to hit.
Ah, but the goblin is a tricksy bunch. He deftly maneuvers himself out of your warhammer and smiles at you with his crooked smile and says, "Ha ha ha! Better luck next time, dwarfses." Sarandis, what are you doing? You do not currently see Durnock or the goblin.
Well, since I don't see anything, I'm going to keep trying to move these horses off the road. I'm going to move over here and throw one of the horses off the side of the road towards the trees again.
Okay, give me another strength check.
Oof.
8. Okay. You are unable to lift the horses as they've kind of piled up on each other, and you're not, for right now, you're just not able to get them up and move. But they look like they're pretty far off enough the road that you could probably maneuver the wagon past it if you needed to.
Okay.
Alright. The goblin, having just miraculously dodged... What is that for? What is that?
There's 2 dice on the side.
What is that?
They were on the side of the map. I moved them. Sorry.
I don't know what that is.
It's the cheetah and Frieza. They've come into.
Oh, that's me. Okay, so I can actually, you can take your die and roll and drag it onto the screen to show what you rolled.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay.
I don't know why you would need to prove that since
Tokens,
it's
maybe?
maybe. I don't know. All right, so the goblin is currently laughing at you. He is going to bolt into the woods, and as he runs away, you hear him taunt you, Darnak, saying, "My friends will come back for you." And he,
do I get an attack of opportunity or no?
you do not, because he disengaged. All right, what do you guys do?
I'm still gonna be messing with the horses because they don't know combat's over.
Okay.
Just gonna slam my mace against my shield. The law finds us all in the end.
Do I hear that?
No.
Yeah, my voice is.
Is it still pretty loud? Okay. How long does the thaumaturgy last?
1 minute.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you definitely hear it, Sarandis.
Okay, so I'm going to stop fucking around with the horses and go over towards the voice. Did you get them?
Got one. How about you?
I'm gonna go look and see what's left of it. What do you mean you got one? How many were there? Did you see?
One escaped north. One's dead south. I'm gonna go check the oxen.
Cool. I'm gonna go check the one that he's gone. He's in pieces. So I'm gonna see what we can get off of him.
I'm gonna head down, grab the oxen.
Okay. Zorandis, as you're walking back over to where the first goblin died, give me a perception roll. Is that an 18?
That's an 18.
Okay. As you're walking through that part of the woods, you notice that a kind of not well-worn path, but a path nonetheless, has definitely been used here. Looking at the path a little bit more closely, you see that this path is probably used by a couple of goblins, if not many goblins, in the recent past.
I had a nature roll as well. I can do.
A nature roll?
Yeah, would that be something to look at?
You could certainly give me a nature roll.
Yeah, I want to see what kind. You said it's goblins. Never mind. So
Yeah.
I couldn't see how many because it's okay, survival, which I'm.
Yeah, the goblins are definitely not very good at covering their tracks up, but you've surmised that this is a goblin trail that is leading somewhere, and that many goblins have been using this path recently.
Not my problem. I say I don't say it, but I think as I snap the arrow off that was lodged in my arm. And I'm going to go look at the remains of the goblin that was over here.
Okay. When you're looking at the dead goblin, it's pretty gross looking. You know that goblins are pretty black-hearted little creatures. They tend to gather in overwhelming numbers almost, and they're always craving power.
Does he have anything that looks shiny on him?
No, this goblin is just rags, really. A couple teeth, like necklace, maybe like from some small animals.
I'm going to grab him by his leg, his remains, and pull him out to the road with me. Durnak, look what I did. I'll hold him up like a trophy.
Put him down and wash your hands on some leaves, for God's sake. You don't know where he's been.
I know where he's not going to be ever again. I say that as I throw him off to the side. kind of pick up some snow and kind of rub it between my hands, and then wipe it off on my britches.
I didn't realize there was snow.
Is that snow?
No, that's not snow.
Oh, it's not snow. Is it sand?
It's just like dirt.
Oh.
This is like a normal forest.
Oh, I thought it was snow.
Yeah. No, this is the only self-created map that I made. Everything else is from.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm just gonna spit on my hands and then kind of like wipe them together, and then wipe it off of my britches after I throw the goblin off to the side.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, can you get around a little? You're gonna push him.
Hold 1 second.
Durnak, as you're moving the wagons up, you also notice a path heading off deeper into the forest. You can also tell that it's been used recently, but you're not sure by what.
Alright. The same one that Zarandis saw.
Correct. This little path.
I'll mark it in my memory that it is there
Okay.
and figure out like exactly how far. Are there any markers around to easily tell someone this is where the path was?
No, not really. Besides maybe the dead horses, you probably wouldn't know.
Okay. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna stop the animals nearby. Not close enough for them to like be right up against the dead horses, so they don't get spooked. But I want to see if the horses are the same ones that Sildar and Gundren left with
Okay.
this morning.
Yeah, give me an investigation roll.
You told me to hold up, right, Mel?
Yeah.
All right. What is it, Durnak?
Investigation. Four.
Okay. The horses look kind of familiar. They might be. Zarandis, you do know that those horses are Sildar's and what the fuck's his name? Gundren's horses.
Well, welcome
From
to
you.
the front light. Hey, now that I'm not seeing red, I know those horses.
I don't know. They all sort of look the same. Can't tell the difference.
So
Have you seen them?
here's the funny thing. So I'm specialized in animal handling, but it's still a negative for me.
Nice.
I have animal handling +3.
I have animal handling -1. But it's a specialization of mine.
Well, that means you get your proficiency bonus. So you're actually a +1.
Ah, okay. So what are the names again? Sylvan and Gundrak?
Sildar and Gundren.
Gundren and Sildar's horses.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of notice them now because I kind of roughed the bodies up, but that's definitely those horses. They haven't been dead for too long, maybe about a day.
Oh, they left this morning, so how fresh are the, what did you say?
Well, they haven't. Hasn't been a day yet. So if they got attacked, it was probably, pretty soon after they left.
How far away are we from Phandelver? Still like a day's ride away.
Let me see. You're not too far. Yeah, you're not too far. Maybe about a half day's ride.
I'm like full speed if I push the cart as hard as it'll go.
Oh, like a quarter of a day. You could definitely get there in a couple hours.
Alright. Alright. Listen, I want to go find out what happened right away, but
I agree.
Agreement.
Yep, we got a job we got paid to do. So,
We're gonna ride him hard and then come back. And I'm gonna turn to like the nearest cropping of trees, where the trail is,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to knock down some, like, pretty obviously knock down some trees so it looks like someone went to town, just to mark our passage there.
Okay.
We're pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you could lift up one of those rocks. I'm gonna point to some of the bigger boulders and
what are you gonna do with it?
just stack 3 or 4 of them together in such pyramid shape, just to mark this area.
Or so we'll go there and we'll move some of those rocks from the make a pyramid right here.
Some,
Hey,
some
what
damage.
are these senses?
Senses.
Yeah, underneath saving throws.
That's your passive perceptions investigation. So like if you're not actively looking for something, will you notice it like out of the corner of your eye?
What are yours?
15 and perception.
Yeah, mine's 7 perception and insight and 10 investigation.
So our investigation is about the same. But your blind's a fucking bat.
Nice. Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
Zorandus, you move over the rocks and make a little pyramid-esque building, and Durnock knock down one of the trees
Alright.
to kind of mark the start of the trail.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go flop back down to the back.
Good. I'm gonna get back on and really drive them hard towards town as fast as I can.
Okay. Alright. You
You want
guys...
animal handling or anything?
No. It's just traveling. So you guys
It's a big map.
have made it to Phandalin. Let me pull this up. There you guys are. Alright. So the rutted track that you guys were on emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy briars, surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are not set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on the hillside at the east side of town. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green and townsfolk tending chores or running errands at the shop. Many of the people look up as you approach, but all return to their business as you go by.
Were we told by Gundren where we were supposed to meet?
You were. You were supposed to go and drop off the wagon's provisions at Barthen's Provisions, yes?
Yep, Barthen's permission. On our way in, I'm gonna shout, "Which way to Barthen's Provisions?" At like a nearby stall or passage-by, someone who looks like they live here.
Okay. Yeah, you see a young male child kind of playing off on the sides of the street, and he kind of looks at you for a second, and his eyeballs kind of widen at the sight of a giant Goliath riding on the back of a wagon, but he raises his hand and points in the direction of Barthen's Provisions, and he's pointing kind of northeast from where you currently are.
I'm gonna follow the nod.
Excuse me. You guys come in from the north, so he
Okay,
We're
so
going from Tribal Trail?
Yeah, you were on the Tribor Trail, so he points directly south.
Oh,
So
Tribal.
basically, the first building that you're going to come to
Oh, okay.
is
So you
Bartholomew's
point like
Provisions.
directly at it? Like
Yep.
right at it.
Yep.
So I get my foot dragging off right now of the side of the wagon as well.
I'm going to pull up as quickly as I can. Towards the provision. Is there any like area that is receiving, that looks like it's receiving cards, or?
Yeah, there's a secondary like attachment to the main portion of the main building. It's kind of an open, almost garage, for lack of a better term. It's got a like a horse trough and stuff like that, and hay laid out. So that seems to you like the obvious way to park your wagon.
Okay. I park it there, hop off, and make my way to the closest opening to the building
Okay.
to find the person who, yeah.
I'm gonna get out of the wagon and
Guard
just,
the wagon.
yeah, I was gonna go to the wagon and just sit to the side of it.
Okay.
Just like, kind of like tossing like a handful of rocks up and down that I had left.
Okay. All right. Well, Zerandis, you just kind of watch as the young child plays off on the side of the road while Durnak goes inside. Durnak, once you go inside, you are greeted by a man who
I'll be
is...
back 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, no, take your time. He is a lean and balding human male shopkeeper, probably in his later years, you'd say, just off the top of your head, maybe in the 40 to 50 age range. He greets you warmly. "Hail, dwarf! What can I do for you today?"
Hail. Bring provisions from Neverwinter. My cousin Gundren.
Ah, are you riding ahead of him?
Unfortunately, no, but needed to bring tools here.
Oh. Where is Gundren?
There was a goblin attack.
A goblin
Right.
attack? Oh.
So
We have been
please
having some
hurry.
troubles
I need to
lately.
make my way back and start the hunt.
Of course, of course. Have you already parked the wagon?
It's outside, and I point out the door.
Excellent. I will have my son take care of it. He reaches behind the counter and pulls out a small bag, and he hands it to you. I was told that there were just two of you, correct?
Yes.
He hands you the bag, and he says, "Well, take this. This is from Gundren. It is the 20 gold pieces that he promised you." I'm sad to say
assume
that...
he's telling the truth, so I'm not going to count it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Law and all that.
I pray that you are able to find him. Him and his brothers have been coming to the town for quite a while now. They seemed rather excited to help liven this city up, to help it grow.
That sounds like them. Where is the nearest stable?
Well, you are more than welcome to stable your creatures in my garage for the time being, if you would.
You misunderstand. I need a mount to make my way back to the...
Ah, I see. Well, you might have some luck with the old farmer over to the west. But other than that, we don't have many horses around here.
Would I know if the oxen are
Rideable.
rideable? Yeah, with my with knowledge.
Are you trained in animal husbandry or anything?
I'm not trained, but I have a decent
Yeah.
bonus.
Okay. More than likely, you can. So they're trained oxen for sure. You would definitely be able to ride them. They have been trained. It might not be the most comfortable ride without a saddle, but you could do it. If you were to walk back towards the start of the Goblin Trail on the Tribal Road, it might take you about 6 hours, give or take. So that might be late evening if you were to walk back.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you.
Of course. I hope you
Stay
bring
with
good
the
news.
oxen as well. I'd appreciate it.
Of course. My boy will take care of it.
I nod and leave.
All right.
Is the kid already out there?
He's there. The only child out there is currently just playing off in the on the side of the road.
I'm just kind of watching him. Because he's the only thing around right now, right?
Correct. You're kind of like on the outskirts of the town, so most of the townspeople would be inside the town.
I can get distracted. I get distracted by a butterfly, so I'm watching this kid run around in circles and play with rocks.
For true.
I'm gonna speed walk as fast as my little stubby legs can take me to Zerandis. As I'm taking out 10 gold pieces out of the bag.
Okay.
Here, your cut of the profits. And I hand you 10 gold pieces.
I slide it into my pocket. I was like, thanks. Yeah, so we need to start walking if we're going to get there.
I'm glad you want to come with me. How's your vision at night?
You do
You'll
have
to
a
tell me where to
torch.
swing.
You do have a torch, Zerandis.
Yeah, but
If needed, but yeah. You do not
Alright.
have dark vision.
I'm gonna. Alright, you wait here. The owner's son should be around in a minute to stable and take the supplies. I'll be back in a minute.
he's going to be doing the unloading, right? We were just supposed to be doing the delivering.
Yes. I'm gonna go. I just need you to guard it so no one else takes it. I'm gonna go see if I can get us some mounts.
If you think we should make some extra money, I can offer to help them unload.
Do what you feel is best, but make it quick. We leave once I'm back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna head over to the farm to the south, I suppose.
Okay.
But as I'm walking, I'm gonna keep an eye out on if there's anyone with like a horse.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're walking through the town, Durnock. You don't really see anyone on horses. Pretty much everyone is walking. You see a couple animals like goats and sheep and chickens and stuff like that, but
Alright.
yeah.
Well, I'll get to the farm, and if I can't, like, if within 20 minutes I can't, like, get one, I'm gonna head back.
Okay.
Hey, so do they want to take me up and offer to help them unload for a price?
Did you want to try that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. What do you do?
So when the son and the dad come out to unload,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, I'm just watching this for you, but if you want to pay me a little extra, I'll help you guys unload it. It'd probably be helpful. Have someone with my kind of stature.
Give me a persuasion.
Flexes, like one of those Arnold.
Yeah, I'll help you. Oh, God.
Okay. Barthen kind of looks you up appraisingly, says, "You would be quite a help." "Sure, I'll give you 5 copper pieces if you help my son and I."
Okay. Are they like boxes, like crates, or what?
Yep,
like mining?
it's like all sorts. There's like a couple pickaxes, sacks of flour, a couple barrels of like mead, like boxes of rations and stuff like that. So it might take you maybe 15-20 minutes with all 3 of you working to empty out the wagon.
I'm going to try and show off, and every time they pick up something, I'm going to try and make my stack like bigger.
Okay.
Like within reason, so like I can hold it with my chin and my arms and stuff, but it makes it look gigantic when I'm carrying it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, give me a strength roll. How much you gonna be trying to pick up? Like, all the boxes of the rations, like...
No, like, if they pick up one box, I'm gonna pick up 3.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got 20 strength, so it's not gonna be a big deal for you to carry pretty much all of this.
I'm just gonna be, like, kind of showing off. That's, like, the whole point of it.
Okay, yeah. They're definitely in awe of, a 7-foot-something Goliath basically taking a fourth of the wagon by himself at a time. Yeah.
Like, the whole point of it is, like, I was just going to be making money and showing off at the same time.
I like it. Alright, Mr. Durnock. So it only takes you, Durnock, a couple of minutes to completely traverse, like, north to south of the town.
Okay, so small town.
Yeah.
Alright, so do I see any animals at the farm or any farmer that's very visible? If not, I'm going to go towards the actual farmhouse.
So as you are coming upon the farm, you see a female halfling who is out front of the house. She's currently just sitting on a rocking chair on the house, just enjoying the day.
Question. The oxen, were they part of the delivery, or
They were not part of the delivery.
Got it.
Just the provisions.
I'm gonna walk up to the halfling.
She eyes you with a very pragmatic look. May I help you?
Good day. I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm wondering if you have any horses available for sale or rent. Shouldn't be more than a day. If you need them for farm work, I have 2 oxen that you can use in their stead until I can turn them. Or I'm willing to buy, and I flash a golden coin.
Well, I do have an adult mule. Would that be what you were looking for, maybe?
Just the one?
Just the one, unfortunately.
Do you know anyone else around these parts that has a proper horse destrier?
The mayor might, but honestly, I kind of keep to myself around here.
I look at the sky, and I've already taken a while.
It's just me and my son.
Alright, thank you for your time.
Of course.
I'm gonna hurry back and
Okay. As you go to leave, she says, "My name is Colleen, by the way."
Durnak, sorry. I forgot Alex.
She gives you a wave goodbye and goes back to rocking on her rocker. Kelline. Not K. Qelline. Yeah, I'm real good with letters. Alright, so Zerandis, you have finished unloading the wagon. When you notice that Durnock is walking back up to you. You guys have just finished when Barthen thanks you for your work and hands you the 5 copper, Zerandis.
Like, it was a pleasure. If you need anything else, let me know.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Are
the oxen are unhooked and are just in the
standing there?
Yep, in the garage, kind of eating some of the hay.
Alright, I'm gonna interrupt Zerandis as I walk up. Barthen, do you have any saddles in your provisions that may fit these oxen?
I could probably rig something up.
long will it take?
No more than a couple minutes. Why do you ask?
Need mounts to get back to where we saw the goblins, and it seems that these are the fastest things in this town.
Well,
These things barely walk at a trot.
if it's to help Gundren, I am more than willing to lend a hand. Give me a moment.
Thank you.
He calls to his son, and the two of them briskly walk into the inn or into the provisions, and then come back out a moment later with 2 saddles and some rope. And a few moments after that, they've kind of jerry-rigged some saddles around the oxen. And he steps back and he says, "Well, it might not be incredibly comfortable, but it'll do the job for a little bit."
Many thanks. Zerandis, just follow me. Try not to fall. And I mount the smaller one, because I figure he's a big one.
When I get on my feet, kind of drag the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know, oxen are pretty big.
Yeah, I'm pretty large too, though.
Yeah.
I'm 7'7".
Yeah. He holds his feet up just a little bit, but you guys make do. So you guys make it back on your oxen to the Tribor Trail area where the trail leads off. Doesn't look like anything has changed at the moment.
How large was the trail? Like, could an oxen fit through, or?
Probably not. It was
think
a
we should-
smaller trail.
I don't think we should bring these guys with us. We should probably tie them off here.
I'm gonna ride him a good, 20 minutes, until I see a little, pasture,
Okay.
an opening, and
Okay.
leave them, on the opposite end of where we saw the trail, just so they're not, right
Mhm.
next to where the goblin trail is.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of pull them off the road a little bit and then tie off the oxen. They'll probably be okay. They've got plenty of... Oh, God. Plenty of...
What's wrong?
I accidentally clicked something on my end and it did things. I'm just reopening it. We're okay. You guys keep going.
Alright. Keep your eyes peeled. And let's hunt some goblin.
Whoa.
We're gonna be goblin slayers.
Alright, so you guys are gonna go down the trail, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, what's happening? Are you going first, Zerandis?
I am
Yeah.
going first.
Durnok
Okay.
is going first. Okay.
So as I push forward to go first, he just kind of pushes underneath my arm and is like, out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
I'm just gonna organize a keener. Let me take the lead.
Absolutely.
I can
Be
swing
ready to
over.
cleave whatever green skin comes at us.
It's fine. I can just swing over your short head, anyways. Just make sure you keep your head down.
My head is always down.
So after about 10 minutes of heading down the trail, let's see, and you're perfect, awesome. Durnok, you notice a hidden snare stretched along the path of the trail as you go down.
I lift my hand up with a closed fist. Hold. Trap ahead. Is it just a single one? Does it look?
Yep, just a Yeah, it's
pretty.
pretty shoddy. It's just basically just like a rope kind of poorly concealed along the trail that if you were to step your foot in, it would yank up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. You see this, Zerandis, and I point towards the kneel down by the wire, and
Yeah, as he points it out, I'm kind of like, I can't see it, and you have to put me a little closer to it.
So you do see it, but he does.
Yeah, he does see it. When you point it out, and he sees
Don't-
it.
Must be getting close. You wouldn't trap something unless you were defending something. So I'm gonna go around. I go around, but step over it to not do as I do, and I kind of step over it to make sure I don't trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to make any noise along the way.
I'm just gonna walk around it.
Yeah, you have no problem just stepping over it. It's not a big problem. So a couple of feet after that, Darnock, with your incredible perception, you notice a pit about 6 feet wide and 10 feet deep is right up ahead of you. It's been camouflaged over with like broken limbs and leaves and whatnot.
Alright. Is there any broken twigs around or anything? Like a stick that I can pick up?
Yeah, you find one.
This one I don't want to like accidentally fall into.
Mm-hmm.
So take the
What'd you
stick
say?
and slam it down
Mm-hmm.
to make like almost a marker. In the
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Okay.
It's
So
I
it's
mean
easier
it's
to tell that it's right
from the
there.
same year as.
And
the
once
other
again
one
pointed
was,
out
it's
to
pretty
Randus
similar.
that there's a pitfall there.
It's just Honda instead of Hyundai.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to step around this one.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Well, you could go off the path, and you would be fine if you,
Alex is
went a couple feet
dropping
into the path.
things as soon as I get in.
Yeah, Hannah's being real loud as soon as she gets in.
Dropping lots of things.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make it past just fine. You just take a couple feet off the
Alex's
path.
new car though is really very nice. Is what I was trying to say.
All right, so you guys come to
Yeah,
the
this
end
new
of the
car
trail.
is, What,
Let me get you guys all set up real quick.
17, I think. So it's nice and fancy.
Give me 1 second to set y'all up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me see if I can try video calling you. What?
Cute. All right,
Hey, what kind of car is your new car?
Honda Accord.
Honda Accord. Yeah.
All right, and upon reaching
I'll try to video
this
call you.
this area,
Bye.
you are each gain 75 experience for completing a story milestone.
Where do we put that on?
You click on your portrait, and then you can click 75 experience.
So manage levels or manage experience?
Manage experience.
75 flag changes. Hey, we're a third of the way to level 2. High five.
High five. All right.
Nice. All
Nice.
right. So.
There's actually a little experience bar underneath my character. That's cute.
Perfect. Let me pull this out. Alright. And I will read to you. Hoorah.
By the way, how does like healing?
So if you guys wanted to heal without using like spells and stuff, you would need to take a rest,
Okay.
basically.
And how long you have to rest to get your spell slot? Right.
You would take a long rest to get your spells back, correct. So a short rest is like 2 hours or so, and then a long rest is 8 hours. Basically,
As we're walking over
yeah.
there, how you doing after that battle or skirmish?
I got shot pretty bad in the arm, but I'm live.
So, following the goblin's trail, you come across a large cave in a hillside, a couple miles from the scene of the ambush. A shallow stream flows out of the cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. A narrow, dry path leads into the cave on the right-hand side of the stream.
Hey. Little baby.
I'm gonna hide a little bit.
Okay.
Get down. And take a minute to kind of observe the opening, whatever's around it. See if there are any sentries or any more traps.
Pretty hair, chubby cheeks, what more could you ask for?
I'm gonna lay down next to where Durnak is.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are taking a look.
How many millions times like
You basically see like what I just described, an entrance to a cave up ahead with a smallish stream coming out of it. Across the way is like a thickish briar patch that you can't really see through. How can I tell what you guys can see? Is there a way to like see what you're seeing? Like, what can you guys see right now?
Just the stream going into the cave.
Okay.
I can see this. Wow, that ship started moving weird. Did you see me draw that or no?
No.
Okay, so
I can see.
actually I can see something right here.
That's what I can see too.
Gotcha.
I can
Okay.
see a little into the cave.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I was just seeing if there was a way for me to see what you guys can see. That way I like don't reveal anything too early or get caught off guard by what you guys can see, you know?
If you go to so click our token, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
and hit Control L.
Control L. Okay, what did that do?
Should be able to see only the light for the highlighted token.
Control L? Oh god. Oh god. How do I undo that?
Hit us again and hit Control L again. Or unselect it.
Oh, okay, I think I got it. Ah, yep, okay, we got it. Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. What are you guys up to then?
I'm still laying down in the dirt.
I'm gonna, if there's nothing else, let me check the opening, follow once we know it's clear, and I'm gonna move up along the edge. Hey, with that, you can actually see as it's opening.
Yeah, so move your character, like, slowly so it doesn't, like, you know.
So I guess
Yeah, I was moving it slowly, so
Oh.
it was, as I move it, I see it moving.
Gotcha.
When I let go, it opens. So when I do see
Cute. Okay, so, Durnak, you see a lone goblin across the small stream. He's just kind of idling there, not looking in your direction. He's just...
I'm gonna take out my crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna line up a shot.
Okay.
It's 80-meter range, or 80 range. I guess
It
that's
does,
80.
except at least Papa
Yeah,
if you
you're definitely good.
Oh, 80 feet. 80 feet. 80 feet. It says 80 feet / 320. Does that mean like?
Yeah. So the first one is what you can shoot with no penalty, with no disadvantage. The second one is its max range, but you would shoot with a disadvantage. And disadvantage is you roll 2 dice and take the lowest. Advantage is the opposite. 2 dice, take the highest.
Got it. So I'm gonna.
So making this sneak attack against a goblin, I would give you advantage.
Okay.
So you're going to roll 2d6. You have to roll it twice, basically. And you're going to take the highest.
D6 or D20?
No, you're going to roll 2 of your dice. Sorry. 2 of you're going to roll twice. Perfect. Okay.
18, right?
So you take the 18. The bolt slams into him. How much damage does it do?
Does sneak attack do extra damage or just for hit?
No, just the yeah. It still does the same amount of damage, unless you like hit
6 damage.
6 damage. Perfect. You pierce the bottom of his skull, and he goes down without so much as a pipsqueak.
Put away the crossbow.
Okay. Now keep in mind with crossbows, you'll need to crank it back up. You'll need to load it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I will preload a. Also.
Yeah, of course you can. You're a volunteer.
Yeah. So you are now at 19 unless you go and retrieve that arrow.
What you gonna do?
Mr. Zarandis, what are you up to?
I guess after I see him shoot, I'm gonna go run up to him. Not run, you know.
One of our team.
After I take him down, I'll wave him over.
Okay. Okay.
What did you just do?
Because what happened was.
Definitely goblins here saw sentry
I mean,
on the other side of the river.
like, will not.
Let me get to the other side and we can both enter
He's nice, but.
on either side of the river.
Very
Good.
Move.
be around him. And, but.
So Dernak, as you go across the river on the east side, you see it's like a small area in the briar thickets that has been hollowed out to form a almost lookout post. Wooden planks have been flattened, like laid across the briars to flatten them out and provide a basic room for people to lie hidden in and watch the area.
Not inside the cave, like out here.
Correct, yeah. Like all of this was originally like briars, but it's been like planks have been laid down over it
Got it.
to kind of flatten it out and provide a.
I'm gonna glance over to make sure that the goblin really is dead, but I'm not gonna.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is definitely deceased.
Cool. Maybe that.
Alright, I'm
not.
gonna walk
It's not like a fast running river, right? It's like more of a stream.
Yeah, it's more of a streamy, but yeah.
Let's do this. Let me take point.
Alright.
I'm gonna slowly creep over.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so just inside the Cave of the Mouth, a few uneven stone steps lead up to a small, dank chamber on the east side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. Savage snarls and the sounds of rattling chains greet your ears where wolves are chained up just inside the opening. Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod driven into the base of a stalagmite.
Has he seen me yet? Also, T-Pain, you can hold Alt when you move your character, and then you won't be clipped to the grid.
Oh, I was wanting to be clipped. That's where I'm at, behind the wall.
Okay, got it. Have they seen me yet?
As you climb in, Val, they do hear the splashing, and you can see them sniffing at you, and they look at you warily.
Okay.
You can see them start to pull, move up towards you. Their chains start to crackle, and as they get closer.
I'm going to kind of growl at them and cast thaumaturgy to make my eyes appear like the same as them. I'm assuming their eyes glow in the dark, like any other.
Yeah, like a silverish sheen.
Yeah, the same casting thaumaturgy.
Okay.
So it says alter appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. So I'm gonna do that, but like.
Okay, give me an intimidate roll.
And this other mom that comes in, like, you're cute, pretty good children, and that baby. And it is the saddest baby I've ever seen. It is so
They do not like that at all. They start pulling up against their chains, trying to reach you. They start snarling.
Alright, but not over to Randus. The chains are taut. Stay out of their range. Do it quickly. And walk up to just like within range of them. I'll be like pulling on the chain and slam my hammer on their head.
Okay.
First one.
The first wolf is pulling at it and with all its might up against you, kind of snarling as you attack it. Give me an attack roll. The second wolf has Zerandis. You hear the rod start to crack loose from the rock as Durnak smacks the first wolf. All right, you smack it right on the head. How much damage do you do? You're good.
Just slash before you do it.
Yeah, you should just make a macro, man.
I know. 8 damage.
Your warhammer smashes its skull into bits, and it just instantly goes limp. The other wolf is driven into a frenzy. You go ahead, Zerandis.
As I hear the cracking and stuff, I'm gonna look at it and growl towards it.
Give me an intimidation. The wolf is not having it. It pulls with all its might against the rod, and you can see it shifting just a little bit more at a time. Just
Yeah. And I had this like, I don't know what it's called exactly. Alex.
all right. The wolf breaks free and attacks Durnak.
Bought food somewhere, and he bought this thing that was like stuffed bread,
Boom.
which
The Durnak sinks its jaws into your right forearm, Durnak.
cheese and bacon and
Where's my wolfie?
so I took the leftovers of that.
Deals.
And I thought, like, I'll be in my
2d4, huh? Oof.
But I think I would have handled it. And I was until I bit into a bite and had at least 5 jalapeno slices.
And it deals 3 damage to you as it sinks its jaws into your forearm.
You
You guys want to roll initiative real quick?
Yep.
Unfortunately, no one came in. I was able to eat my jalapeno burger.
Roll a 15.
So,
Perfect time for a brand new library director who decides.
Sounds very nice. All right, Durnak, you're up.
I'm gonna slam it as hard as I can
He seems like a nice
with my
guy.
hammer.
Library director. Very quiet.
All right. Let's see what happens.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. You whack it.
5 damage.
Perfect. All right, your hammer collides with like the right side of its stomach, and you can hear some bones crunch into it. Zerandis.
And then another guy who works.
I am going to try and pry his mouth open off of Durnak's arms.
Aggressive,
Okay.
tolerance, less
Okay.
cash.
Yeah. I would probably consider that a grapple.
To be unarmed, right?
And also
Yeah, let's do that.
So,
2 hits will be my +7. 13.
Okay. You get him. Right on the money.
Alright, it's 6 damage plus my strength modifier, right?
well, it is primarily
Is
Or is it
it
plus?
the 3 guys.
how much? How much
It
damage?
just does 6 base damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, 5.
That-
If you count lightning, 5 of it.
Then do you add strength to it or anything, or?
No, I think it just does 6 damage.
Yeah, unarmed strikes is what you add strength to it.
Okay, so I'm just going to pull like his top and bottom jaw off of Durnak's arm with a bunch of like,
Yeah, you get your hands in there and you just kind of pry and you hear it kind of pop, and the head just rolls loosely, and the body drops to the ground.
And I'm sure that Andrew and Mark are very excited to have another guy on board.
I assume someone would have heard that.
more than likely. It's got a big echo in here too, so.
Oh, uh-oh.
All right, what do you guys do?
Just picture
I kind of want to position myself on the corner where Durnak is and kind of peek around.
There's light into, like how far in does the light go into the tunnel?
I can see
Well,
Hey.
I'm asking Shian, like from the entrance to the tunnel, like how far in does the light go?
Yeah.
Like the light of the sun and whatnot?
Yeah.
Only to about like right here. So
Okay.
the cave is raised up from the stream, so not like it's not getting the direct effect of the sun.
Okay. And I'm assuming there's no torches or anything.
Yeah, there are not.
Alright.
So the only other thing in this room is that narrow fissure opening, and then you guys could go up this way. So.
It did actually look nice.
Well,
I was like, dang, okay.
I can see in the dark pretty well. So I'll be our eyes. But keep your torch ready in case it starts down that. How quick can you light it?
I just kind of like look at it and go, and I just kind of stare at him while I say that. I don't really answer. That is my answer. It's just
I was like, I can't have them all anymore. I don't want to get cut. It's rolling so nicely.
Alright.
Just cut off the lid, please.
Well, I'll tell you if we need light. Alright?
that sounds good.
So I'm gonna slowly creep over the edge.
Okay. Well, Alex,
Okay.
Dungeon Dragon is right there.
So
But
the
not fast enough so that Zarandis can still follow, even though it's like
Mhm.
I'm gonna wait a second for his night vision, like natural night
Yeah.
vision.
So once you guys get to about this area, you will need either night vision or a torch to really see in the cave. So Durnak, as you come around the corner, the main passage of the cave climbs pretty steeply upward. The stream is plunging and splashing down on the west side. In the shadows, a side passage leads to the west across the other side of the stream. And then because you have dark vision, Durnak, in the shadows of the ceiling to the north of you, you can just make out the dim shape of a rickety bridge of wood and rope crossing over the passage ahead of you. Another passage intersects this one, 20 feet above the floor. And then go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, perception.
Yep.
12.
Okay, so your passive is 15 though. So you also see a lone goblin standing watch by himself on the bridge. It doesn't appear that he's noticed you just yet.
I'm gonna try the same as I did before. I'm gonna take out my crossbow,
Okay.
which I reloaded
Yep.
before.
You
right?
did. You did. Correct.
Seems to me just make 1d20 and then add all my stuff.
You really should just make
20 to
macros. You hit him. The bolt flies true.
3 damage.
3 damage. Alright. So the bolt smacks into... Oops, sorry, no, not 3, 4. There we go. Smacks into the goblin, and it falls back on itself, squealing for a moment before it runs away down the passageway.
I'm gonna turn around. I think I made things worse.
I'll just kind of throw him out there. Well,
Do you want to climb or get a little wet?
I'm good with either. I can do whatever.
Alright.
What do you think you can handle, Llewyn?
Let's cross here. It's not too deep. I'm gonna go and cross into the other area here, and if it's too dark, light the torch. I don't want you to be rolling.
I'm gonna go ahead and light the torch.
You light the torch?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and light the torch.
Okay. You light your torch. You've got your vision expanded.
Actually, hold on. Sorry, I didn't realize I had this.
You didn't realize what?
I'm gonna walk. So, can I roll back to him not to light the torch? Where is that?
You can put out the torch now.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. I have a better idea. I'm gonna walk up to Zorandis, and I'll put my gloved hand onto his chest. Like, what do you have? Onto your weapon's hilt, and I'm gonna cast light on it. And it'll last for 1 hour, and there's a 20-foot radius of bright light around the object, and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay, that works.
Do I know anything about goblins, like their vision or anything else?
You do know that they also have night vision, yes.
Is there any light light spectrum that fucks around with night vision, or do they not like a certain color?
So night vision is like, you don't see in color with night vision, but
Right.
you can see in darkness as you would on like a low light kind of look.
Mhm.
But it's not like thermal vision or anything like that.
Alright.
But so I mean, a super bright light would hurt, but it would also hurt like anyone else, right?
Yeah.
So as you guys
Just
are,
regular white light that, like if we were standing outside type of color. Because I can choose the color that follows.
so as you guys are moving over to this steep embankment, main page. This western passage is choked with rubble and has a steep escarpments. We're going to treat this area as difficult terrain. So
And I'm down another bolt. Alright, because that cuts us in half, right? Movement?
yes, correct.
Now that we both can see the same marching orders. Me in the front, you in the back.
Are you guys going to try and climb up that way?
Yeah, I'm going to try to climb up
Yeah.
the first one.
Okay. All right. So as you try and climb up it, Durnak, the whole mass kind of loosens and starts tumbling down on you. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
10.
Perfect. You take 1d6 damage. You take 3 damage. as rubble and refuse crashes down all around you.
Now, would climbing be considered an athletics check?
It can be, yeah, but in this case, because he triggered something.
Well, I was talking about for me whenever I do things.
Yeah, generally an athletics check would be for climbing. Yes. As you're picking yourself back up, the passage suddenly fills with a mighty roar as a huge surge of water rushes down from above. Both of you make strength checks for me. Okay.
Ooh, who must have caught me
13.
off guard.
Gotcha. Both of you are knocked prone and washed all the way back down to Area 1. And Durnock...
Area 1?
Yep,
Down here?
so back to the beginning of the cave. Yep. Durnock, you take 1 point of damage, and Zerandis, you take 2 points of damage.
Okay. What was that?
Nothing.
Zerandis, where did your character go? I don't even see you.
I'm down here.
He's right above my character.
Oh, weird. You were, like, not there for me. Okay, we're good now. Go ahead.
So, I'm not feeling too good about this cave.
Yeah, might need to rethink this.
That's,
Sorry, I'm looking at what I got.
Oh, no, you're fine. Take your time.
Alright. Well, I need a quick breather. I kind of drag myself out to the bank.
I'll just kind of like crawl over here and lay on my back for a second.
You guys could take a short rest if you wanted. Just a
No,
hour-long rest. Just kind of
Yeah,
watch
okay.
the cave, yeah.
I'm gonna move back to like here, where
Good idea.
where the outlook is, but just so I have visual on the cave. And
Yeah,
just rest up.
okay.
I'll
Yeah,
take
so
an
you guys
hour.
are going to take a short rest. So both of you guys can regain 1 hit die. So whatever your hit die is, you can roll it, and then you'll regain that much health.
hit die.
Yep.
Die. That's
Yeah, so remember when you rolled your die when you were getting your health? So like whatever your class's hit die was.
Where do we find that at?
All player features and points. See actions. Other. No.
I'm pretty sure T-Pain, you had a D10? Wasn't that what your dice was?
Hit die is 1d12 for barbarian.
1d12 for barbarian. Okay.
Where'd you find that?
If you go to features and traits and then go to class
Oh,
features.
then click on hit points. Okay, 1d8 for cleric.
Okay. So you
Plus
guys roll your.
Constitution.
Yours is plus constitution?
No, you do not add your Constitution modifier.
Oh, that's for that one, right?
Yeah. So mine just says 1d12, so.
Yeah. So you'll roll a 1d12 and you'll regain that many hit points. Nice. Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm up to 11.
So we're at 11. And Zerandis.
I can change those, by the way, if you want. I was just changing it on my character sheet, but I can do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys can update your health. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Yeah, so you guys take a quick little breather. Getting towards like afternoon, evening time at the moment.
Okay, so that's probably all day. I'll eat during that time one of my rations. I'll share one with Zerandis.
You're gonna share one of your rations with me?
Yeah. I bought 2.
2 extra ones?
Over in town.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 extra ones.
Thanks, Durkin. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Durnak.
So as you are finishing up your rest, Durnak, you notice a goblin head sticking out of the entrance of the cave. He's taking a look.
Did he notice us or no?
He has not noticed you just yet, but he will notice you extremely soon.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the dead body nearby. I'm gonna grab that crossbow that I used before
Mm-hmm.
and load it
Okay.
and fire. I don't know if I can do that fast.
Gotcha. So as you are loading it and pulling it up, the goblin spots you, and you see him duck back inside.
I'm gonna keep an eye. I'm gonna hold the corner. Zerandis, goblin saw us. You wanna slow make it up there? I'll keep watch.
When I get up, like, kind of like annoyed. Not at you, but like at the situation. So I'll slowly walk up there. Get right there.
Okay.
And look back at Durnak.
I'm gonna put away the crossbow and move up. Okay. Alright, do you want to go in swinging, or do you want me to peek around with the crossbow?
Kind of think I should not go in swinging.
Alright. So I once again swap out, take out the crossbow, and slowly move around, like holding the corner.
Okay.
And the moment I see him, I'm gonna let it loose.
Cool. As you're poking your head out, you see the goblin hiding behind one of the stalagmites with his arrow ready. He immediately takes a shot at you, and the arrow flies wide, right over your shoulder.
I'll fire back.
Alright, make a roll.
Macro is really important.
Yeah, you should make one.
I'm not sure how, so I'm gonna have you guys tell me like after.
Just top right, second to the right button, just click add on the macro.
Oh, I see.
And just name it.
Crossbow and then actions.
You can just like name it like D20 and then the actions do a slash roll 1D20 like you've been normally doing.
And where are the macros here?
They'll be under the name and then just click in the bar. So they're check marked and it should show up on the bottom left.
Oh, cool.
And then you just click it. Boom.
Oh man.
Nat 20. All right, you hit. What is the damage on that? Maxed out?
So maxed out is 8.
8. All right, nice. So you obliterate this goblin. He immediately dies as your bolt pierces right through his heart.
Nice.
Very nice.
I wave over to Zerandis, but still cautiously go over and get my bolt back.
Okay.
So I got my maul out and I'm walking behind their neck.
Zarandis, while you guys are in here, you notice on the far side of the wolf in area, it's a almost like chimney, like a natural chimney.
I am going to investigate it.
Okay. You like poke your head underneath it, and you see that it goes. You probably guesstimate around 30 feet up before it turns over, and you can no longer see where it leads.
We should try going up this way.
You feel like you can squeeze through it?
Can I move my arms and stuff around there?
You can attempt to climb it. Your character's rather large. You can fit into like half your size, I believe, for like squeezing.
Well, my character is, for all intents and purposes, a medium-sized character.
Mm-hmm.
He could just move items at a large rate.
Okay, then yeah, you would be able to climb it without getting stuck.
Okay. So, do you want to roll an athletics check then?
Yep, you would roll an athletics check. Perfect. So you can move up the chimney. About it's half your speed, and it's about 30 feet. So for your first success, you move up about halfway.
Like right there?
Yeah. So give me another athletics.
Oof.
9. Okay, so you having some trouble, but you're not going anywhere right now. You catch yourself right before you slip. Give me another athletics check. Okay. All right. You make it to the cliff end of the chimney. You can kind of peek your head over. So sacks and crates of looted provisions are piled up on the south end of this little cave. To the west, the floor slopes toward that narrow opening that you just came out of. A larger opening leads north down a set of natural stone steps, and the roar of a falling water echoes from beyond there. In the middle of the cavern, the coals of a large fire smolder, and you see a large bugbear currently looting through the provisions in the back. You also see a rather larger than normal wolf on the far end of the cavern. What do you do?
Kind of wanted to sit here for a second and kind of watch. See what they're doing. Like, see if there's more than just those guys. Like, if someone's going to walk around or something.
Okay. Are you hiding or anything, or are you just sitting there?
I got my head poking out over the cliff, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you kind of watch for a moment as the bugbear turns around and brings something over to the fire and throws it onto it. And then he sits down and just kind of waits. The wolf is just kind of padding back and forth with his chain, sniffing the...
So he's on a chain? Like, I can see he's on a chain, or...?
You can, yep. Yep, you can hear the rattling as he paces back and forth, sniffing at the fire.
I'm going to slide back down to their neck.
Okay.
Hey, darn it.
There you go.
There's a, you said a bugbear?
A bugbear, yep.
There's a bugbear, a giant wolf, and lots of treasure up there. Don't know if that's where we're going to go, but I think there may be something there we might want to get.
Treasure is good, but we need our strength to get my cousin. can always come back. I don't think they can get through that hole. What do you think?
How big were they, Alex?
How big were what?
The bugbear and the wolf. Could they fit in the hole?
The wolf would definitely not be able to because it doesn't have any way to climb, right?
Yeah.
And it's a 30-foot chute. The bugbear would probably be able to fit down it with some finagling. I mean, he's around your size.
Okay. So, yeah, I think that the bugbear could come, but he looks like he's attached to that wolf, so let's just try and find your cousin then, I guess.
I suppose, so my armor class would go down to 16 because I wouldn't be using my shield when I use it. I don't know if that, like, if the bolt that goblin shot at me or it would have worked with 16 instead.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, alright. But yeah, I'll remember when I use it, when I'm not using shield, it's 16 instead of 18.
Gotcha.
Okay. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a candle, and as we move over, the moment it starts getting super dark, I'm gonna light it. Also, how long do we rest?
About an hour.
Okay, I'm gonna recast. Light. Zerandis, do you want this? Zerandis, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want this light on your weapon or on something you can cover?
I hold out one of my rocks that I had in my pocket from earlier.
Alright. I'm gonna cast light on it, so if he puts it in his pocket, it'll actually like snuff the light out and he takes it out and it will. Oh shit. Never mind, I can't do that. Just realized. A firefly or phosphorescent moss is a component. I'm guessing I can't cast it without it. Correct?
Say that again?
It has a component, a firefly or phosphorescent moss. I'm guessing I can't.
Yeah,
cast
so
it without it.
as a cleric, your holy item counts as a focus. And for little small items like that, you basically don't need them because you're using your holy item instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
So
But for anything that has a monetary value attached to it, like if you wanted to try and resurrect someone, those use like diamonds, and diamonds have a monetary value attached to them, you can't use your holy item.
Got it.
You would need the diamond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, cast light, chant a prayer, touch the little pebble, and it lights up 20-foot radius as if it was shining with sunlight.
Cute.
Hide it for now. It might give us an edge if they think that they can sneak up on us. I'll tell you when to light it. Okay? So as we go along though, to like light a candle right here.
Mm-hmm.
And as we go along, just enough candlelight so that Zerandis isn't completely blind.
Gotcha, yeah. So as you guys are like moving up that side, the left side is all water, so you'll want to stick to that right, and it's kind of that steep stairway right now, and then over top, Durnak, you can see that bridge way above in the darkness.
Alright. I'm gonna move up and actually light a candle underneath the bridge.
Okay.
You need me to do like a little X where the light is? Or?
What are you trying to get out of lighting a candle?
Just so if we have to quickly move, Zerandis can make, or if we find my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
we can quickly find a way out. Like,
Gotcha. Okay.
but also give a little light for those who don't have night vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you could just put down the candle, like where you are, up against the side of the wall.
Yeah, so it's like one across from that other opening.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Kind of marking your path.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sheds a bright light in a 5-foot radius and a dim light for an additional.
Okay.
So like from here, it's like 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it'd be like here 10. So I'm gonna space them out so like it'll be right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'll do it high enough to where like if more water comes down, like the one that washed this down, it won't interfere with it.
Gotcha. Alright. What you guys doing? Just kind of moving up?
Yeah, I'm
Solid Darvik. Durnak.
Okay. Alright. So as you come upon the final turn here, you see that this cavern is half filled with one large pool of water, while the other seems to be emptied already. A large, narrow waterfall high on the eastern wall feeds the pool, which drains out to the western end of the chamber to form the stream that flows out of the cave mouth. Low fieldstone walls serve as dams holding back the water, and a wide exit stands to the south, where a smaller passage leads to the west. The sounds of the waterfall echoes through the cavern, making it very difficult to hear.
So it also masks our footsteps as well.
Potentially.
But I'll get real close to Randus. I see any goblins up this edge?
You do. You can make out 2 goblins from where you are.
Alright, let's charge.
Alright, you want me to go first?
Hopefully the water masks. I'll take the vanguard with my shield.
Cool. So I'm ready my maul, kind of like holding it backwards, you know?
Okay.
Once we're there, feel free to throw your pebble in to light the way.
I get my fingers on the pebble, kind of like you ever played jacks with marble?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you kind of put the marble like under your thumb, like you're gonna flick it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm ready the pebble between my thumb and my finger, and I'm gonna flick it whenever we go in.
Okay. Smart. I
Towards
like
the first
it.
thing I see.
Cute.
Keep it in your pocket though, because
Oh yeah, I'm readying it up. So when we go in there, I'm gonna flick it at whoever's there. It's kind of like trying to blind them.
Alright.
So.
Alright.
Alright.
So I'm gonna charge in.
Alright, you guys charge in. Go ahead and roll initiative, and you guys are going to get a round of surprise for yourself.
Oh, I forgot. I did macros. I don't know how to do that.
My initiative. 20 plus 1. Yeah. Oh, oof.
With that big oof.
Big oof.
Alright, so the first goblin is just gonna as you guys run in, rushing over him. Zerandis, what do you do?
I'm gonna flick my light rock right towards his face.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of you kind of like thumb it towards him, and it shoots off towards the direction and hits up against this wall right here, giving you a nice glowing area to see.
Perfect. I can't see anything now, like so.
Yeah, it's like 20 feet, so it's this whole area. And then another 20 feet, so it lights up the whole area. Alright, I'm gonna just smack my hammer as hard as I can. The first one I see with my shield.
Alright, so you both run in. Durnak, you're gonna attack the goblin that's right in front of you?
Yes.
Alright, let's do it.
13 to hit.
That misses. So as you go to hit him, he dodges out of the way rather nimbly. The second goblin is going to stand there all confused and not certain of what's happening right now, but he doesn't like it at all. This goblin is going to disengage from the both of you and run over this way and take a shot at you, Zerandis, with his bow. But unfortunately, he fumbles the shit out of his bow, and it just drops to the ground, and he drops his weapon. He starts fumbling for it. Zerandis, what are you doing?
I'm going to chuckle at him and charge while pulling my my maul along the ground behind me.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of do like a spin as I swing my mace towards his face.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. I was going to say, 2 other ones.
So I'm running at him, right?
Mhm.
Like my mace striking the ground. And I'm going to like do a spin and swing my maul towards him.
I like it. Let's see it. Alright. You smack the shit out of him.
And I have to roll to hit. I'm going to roll my damage, which
Yep.
is 2d6. Roll 2d6 plus 5. That's space, right? No?
No,
Slash?
Roll
it's,
slash.
you're doing the forward slash. There we go.
13.
Nice. Yeah, you whirlwind the shit out of him, and his body just smashes up against that rock, and he crumbles like paper.
So instead of like pulling the hammer back, I'm just gonna leave the hammer against him, like between him and the wall, and kind of look at the other goblin like, "You're next. You ready for it?"
Do I see the my bow sticking out of any goblins around here?
You do not,
Alright.
Mr. Durnak.
I'm going to charge the one that closest.
Okay,
Hammer down once again.
let's do it.
Ooh, that one.
Nice. As you go to attack the goblin, you actually hit the wall that's holding in the built up water of the waterfall, and it starts to flood out over top of you. You are now drenched in water. This
Condition is.
you're just covered in water. Not a main condition right now. It's not enough water to like do damage or push you or anything. You're just covered in
Piss
water.
me off.
Yeah. This goblin is going to disengage from you, so you do not get an attack of opportunity. He is going to run over here and take a shot at you, Durnak. But unfortunately, his arrow goes about 4 feet before hitting the ground. He's real bad at archery. Mr. Zerandis, what do you do?
So I'm going to pull my maul from the goblin and let his body crumple to the ground,
Of course.
and I'm going to walk towards this goblin, and I'm going to swing my maul above his head and hit the wall above him on purpose,
I like it.
and be like, "Are you done?"
Cool. So as you do that, a loud sound happens, and the cave kind of shakes for a little bit. Down south of you, you hear a large growling sound and a roar almost. Give me a lore roll, a intellect roll if you don't have anything lore wise.
So lore would just be in our proficiencies, right?
Oh.
Nice. That is a bugbear battle roar, Zerandis.
Intelligence. It's a 4.
Cute.
By the way, I rolled a 10 for my initiative.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Turn over theirs.
Cute. All right. You want to roll a intimidate for me, Zarandis, on the goblin?
Yes, I do roll an intimidate because that was the whole point of that. I rolled 18.
18. He shits his pants. He drops to the floor and is just cowering in front of you right now.
So, as he does that, I've turned my attention towards the roar, and I just kind of like kick him out of the way like he's trash.
I like it. He doesn't fight it at all. All right, Mr. Durnock.
As I move gate, like to see what was there, I just kind of backhand them with my mace as I'm walking by to see what's inside the other cave that made the roar.
Okay, make an attack roll. Actually, you just hit. He's downed. He's downed right now. Yeah, he's prone. So you hit.
2 damage.
2 damage. I like it. Yeah, he's
So
just.
you didn't kill him, but
Yeah.
you let him know you were there.
Yep. He continues to just cower and whimper, and it's pissing all over himself right now.
Can I even tell, or
That he's scared. Oh yeah, you can.
he's shitting and pissing or something?
Oh yeah, you smell the shit out of it, literally.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just cowering. He's on the ground doing nothing. All right, so the very large wolf comes straight at you, Zarandis, and makes his attack. 14, very nice. He hits you, and he hits you for 3 damage as his claws swipe at you on your right thigh muscle.
So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay, you will.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I have an ability.
Oh, okay.
I have an interaction ability where I can reduce the damage by 1d12 plus 3 once per short rest.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So I used to 3 damage.
3 damage, correct, yeah. So you're at 11 right now. Alright, the large bugbear starts running towards you guys. And he... Second. My little thingy out. As he runs towards you both, he yells out, "Who dares defy Clarg?" He runs towards the both of you, swinging a makeshift weapon. It's whitish. You're not sure exactly what it is at first glance. But he swings at you, Zarandis, but the blow barely misses you and glances off the side of the cave. What are you up to?
My turn to swing.
It is your turn, Mr. Zarandis.
Let's see. What do I want to do in this situation? What should I do?
Probably
Between
kill the 2 enemies.
Or is it not my turn, so I can't yell or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you can take it you can communicate in short sentences and stuff like that.
Take the wolf. I'll take the. Do I know it's a bugbear?
You do know that it is a bugbear, yes.
I'll take the bugbear.
So is the wolf on me, or is it
Yes.
just bite me like?
It clawed you as it kind of ran up next to you.
So it clawed me. It doesn't have its jaws on me.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to swing my maul from right to left and kind of try and crack him
Okay.
across the body.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh!
Natural 1.
Natural.
Give me a
one.
dexterity check, Durnock.
Oh shit! You motherfucker.
He swung it from right to left.
12.
Okay, you're good. Yep. So your warhammer misses the nimble wolf, but slams straight into the cowering goblin. So give me damage for the goblin. Cool. Yeah, he's dead.
Does he just disintegrate?
He is literal mush right now. He is literal mush, but your warhammer is now stuck in the goblin's rib cage, and it will require an action from you to pull that weapon out.
So that pisses me off. So I'm gonna enrage myself.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Durnak.
Is the opening big enough where like I can engage with the bugbear, or?
Not at the moment. He's kind of hidden behind that wall, and the wolf is in the way from you right now.
Okay, I'm gonna just go for the wolf then.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a regular wing with my. Actually. I'm gonna. If my shield is. Like if I'm holding my shield with the gauntlet, do I have to like drop it, or if I'm holding my weapon with the gauntlet, do I have to drop it to cast a spell, or is it kind of?
Well, all right. So you have a warhammer in one hand, right, and a
shield
in the other. You can drop one of them as a free action, basically.
Okay. Drop it, or just like clip it on my belt or something.
Drop it.
Drop it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop my warhammer and like take my gloved fist and just punch into the wolf's flank and cast inflict wounds.
Okay.
$11 to hit.
Now, I believe spells might be a little different. Did we look up spells?
It says spell attack. It's a different modifier. It's +5 on here. Range area is touch. Takes 1 action. It's instantaneous. Make a melee spell attack against creature you can reach. On a hit, blah blah blah. So I think it works the same. Just roll a hit and see if you hit.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you missed with that attack then.
Oh, it still uses a spell slot.
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can look that up, but I actually don't know what happens if you miss with a spell.
Yeah. It still uses it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right.
Yeah, you're wondering is tricky because you cannot, strictly speaking, fail a spell. You might miss on a spell attack, but that just means your spell misses the target. It still goes off, thereby expending a spell slot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you miss, unfortunately, sir.
Alright.
Alright, so Ripper is gonna kind of come around and try and flank you, Zarandis. He's gonna make his attack. And he hits you in the back shin for 1 damage.
Okay.
This time he nips at your shin.
So I do have 2 damage reduction from rage, from bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage.
Okay. Then yeah, you don't take any damage at all if it just reduces damage.
Bite. Alright, so I don't know if it does. So it says you use advantage on strength checks and saving throws, plus 2 damage with strength weapons, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. That's all it says. It doesn't say how much. So I'm just assuming that it's +2. Or do I do strength on it?
Resistance to bludgeoning. So let's see what resistance is. You take half damage, it looks like.
So half of 1 would still be 0?
So rounded. You always round down, so you take 0, yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Your skin is too hard for him to nip ya.
There's an aura of rage around you.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed. So mad at this dog.
Clark will build a throne from your bones, puny ones. Clark moves up, takes a swing at you, Durnak, with his white bone. He hits. He only deals 2 damage to you. The bone smacks you upside your helmet, and you hear a ringing sound in your head as the bone kinks off you. Zerandis.
Well, they're hit harder than that.
What are you doing, Zerandis?
I am going to, like hammer fist, like take my hands and hold them together and swing down on top of the wolf's head.
Okay.
So,
Let's see if you are fast enough to hit the Nimble Ripper. You hit the shit out of him.
Alright, and it does 8 damage because it's 6 base plus 2.
8 damage. As you bring your hands down on top of you, on top of the wolf, you like smash into it, and you can see its eyes kind of bulge out as its skull just dents in, and the body just immediately goes limp. Very
As
nice.
I do that, I start like as loud as the bugbear did, and I like face towards him. As I get like the blood dripping from my hands.
I like it. I like it. Give me a intimidate check.
It's a 13.
13. Oh, okay. The bugbear Clarg is suitably impressed by your instant KO of his trusted wolf, and he is scared out of his mind and starts to turn to flee. Durnak, what do you do?
I'm gonna punch him again and cast inflict wounds. Punch him like right in the spine, the base of his.
Have an advantage for this since he is suitably scared and is facing away from you, trying to run. So you're going to roll your dice twice to hit. Alright.
Is it all or 10 to hit?
10 to hit. Unfortunately, you miss even with the advantage.
Good lord.
Good old D20s, am I right?
Yeah, that's 2 slot. Both slots are gone.
Yep. Alright. Clark is going to make a break for it. He runs around the corner, disappearing from view. Zerandis, what are you doing?
I bolt after him,
Okay.
like loudly clinking my leg, like my feet as I'm running.
Okay.
Don't forget, the light was like right here, so it's going like up to here.
Mm-hmm.
From the level.
Okay, so I am going to.
Pitch black in here for you.
Yeah, it is pitch black for you right now.
So 1's up, 2's right, 3's down, 4's left. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to roll to see which direction I run. 4. I run left.
Alright.
Right. Do I catch sight of him as I come around the corner?
You do indeed.
All right.
He is trying to make a break for the chimney.
I am going to tackle him.
Okay.
Do you want me to do a strength roll to see if I hit him?
You're trying to like grapple him, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle him to the ground. Me and him are both gonna go to the ground if I hit him.
Mm-hmm. So, basically, you're gonna make your attack action.
Right.
Um,
Never mind.
It's a little dark in there, buddy.
cool. Well, actually, you still did fine. You beat him.
Did I really?
Actually,
Was
I
it that
don't.
one?
No, I think in that one overrides that.
Yeah, that one is always
Yeah,
like, it doesn't
yeah.
matter what you roll.
So
that one.
even though both of you are weak as shit, you just no.
Hey, we just kind of scuffle around,
Yeah.
like, hold him down.
Yeah, whole bunch of nothing happens. Mr. Dornak,
Yes.
what are you up to?
I'm going to, is picking stuff up just like a free action, or is like, so my hammer is right here underneath me. Can I pick it up, run, grab the pebble, and then run back?
I would rule that picking up the pebble, because it's so small, would count as a free action. Picking up your warhammer would be an action, though.
Okay. So I'm going to run over here,
Mm-hmm.
grab the pebble. I can see where it is because it's lighting up the whole.
Yeah.
I'm going to run back here. What about throwing the pebble? Just like
No.
tossing it in there. I'm not trying to hit anything, just get it through the opening.
No.
Not an action?
No, I'm gonna say no. That would be an action just for this instance. Yeah, I would.
Then I'm gonna just get to where my hammer is and then throw it into the other room, just so my buddy can see.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Clark is going to make a break for the tunnel. Zorandis, you get an attack of opportunity as he tries to shimmy down the tunnel.
I'm gonna try and grab his legs.
Okay. 16. You manage to grab his legs as he's trying to go headfirst down the tunnel. You are holding him. Make a strength, right? Strength athletic check contested by the targets. Check. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So
Nat 20.
You've got him in like one of those wrestler, like you've got his legs wrapped around in your arms.
I want to pick him up by his leg. Like I got him I'm holding him up above the ground by like his ankle.
It would kind of be impossible just with the...
Oh yeah, he's big, isn't he?
He's real big, and just the physics involved, because he's literally hanging off, like, down the chimney, his upper portion.
Okay, I got a good idea then. How about I have my legs braced on the sides of where, like, the walls are right there?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bracing myself, and I'm holding his ankle, like, tight in, like, that little grip. Like a figure four kind of hold, like you said.
Cute. I like it. I like it. Alright, what are you doing?
Moi?
No, Zorandis.
Oh.
It's his turn.
Does he
Sorry.
does he have for grapple? That means he has like half armor, right? I don't remember what it is. I remember grappling
They
he loses something.
just can't move, I believe.
Okay. So I'm going to use my legs, and I'm gonna use my legs to try and pull him back up.
Their speed becomes 0. Yeah. Yeah, they just can't move while they're grappled.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and move him back.
Okay. So, moving a grapple guy. But your speed is halved whenever you're moving with him.
Okay, so I moved like less than 10 yards, I think. I moved 5 feet. I will move back to this. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I will move. There's a fire right here, right? Because he stoked it earlier, right?
There is indeed.
I'm gonna try.
It's light in that room anyway.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna try and like grab his head and push it into it.
You can certainly do that. It's 15 feet away.
Yep. I'm going to pull him up, grab him by the back of his head, and start pushing him down into the fire.
Okay. He is gonna take 1d6 fire damage.
1d6.
Yep, so he's gonna take 3 damage.
Oh, you mean okay? You already rolled that.
Yep. Nice. Clark howls in fury and is not having it right now. He's like writhing as much as he can, trying to get his face out of the fire pit. He's making all kinds of racket right now. Mr. Durnock, what are you up to?
Pick up my hammer.
Okay.
Within range.
You come around the corner and you see Zarandis grappling Clark against the fire, holding his face up against the burning coals.
Fires of justice. And my action was to pick up the weapon.
Correct. Alright. Clark is going to try and escape the grapple, Zarandis.
So I have to roll up strength against him.
You do indeed. You need to be a 17. Clark breaks free and says, "Puny dwarf!" And he throws a massive punch straight at you.
At me?
Oh shit. Yep. Alright. He deals. Oh, I see. Okay. It deals 11 damage to you, Durnock.
I am knocked out, I guess.
Correct. You are now dying. Zarandis, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to take a swing at the bugbear.
Okay.
So does my own hit get increased by 2 as well? Or is it just the damage?
From your rage?
Yeah.
It just says you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks.
Not attacks. Okay, so
And
that means
plus-
I would get +9 then for this attack. Attack 2 hits, not the damage on top of it.
Well, it says you get +2 melee damage with strength weapons. It doesn't say anything about getting to hit bonuses.
Okay. Well, I mean, I thought that to hit would be a strength check. Because it is, my swing is a strength check, right? Or is that just like maneuvering things in the field?
So your to hit is your d20 plus your proficiency plus your strength modifier. And
Yes.
then your damage is the damage
Okay,
of the weapon. And because you're raging, you get an extra 2 damage.
Okay, so it's still going to be 7.
Yeah.
That's my DC. Okay. 24 to hit.
You hit. You
And it is 8
bring
damage.
8 damage? Okay. That puts him at... Nice. Perfect. Alright. So, Durnock, you are currently down at the moment. You're currently dying.
How did death save work?
So what you are going to do... I'm going to make sure I've got this right, but basically what you're trying to do is stabilize yourself. So you need to roll your dice, and depending on the outcome, you will either gain... so maybe it's in the index. No, not at all. Basically, you're trying to reach 3 successes or 3 failures. 3 successes and you stabilize, or 3 failures and you die. So what I'm gonna do is look that up. Damage and healing, probably, yeah. Should probably just Google this instead of using my little page.
Yeah.
But, damage, criticals, damage resistance, healing. Dropping below 0.
Damage saving throws 5e.
Yep, so roll a d20. If the roll is a 10 or higher, you succeed. Otherwise, you fail. So roll a d20. And then get higher than a 10 and you succeed.
If I roll 1, I take 2 damage. I take 2 failures. And rolling.
Yeah, so you rolled a 5, so you failed 1. So you have 1 failure.
Got it.
So, but you need, if you get 3 failures, you die. If you get 3 successes, you stabilize.
Got it.
Alright, so Clarg is going to attempt to stand up right now. So that is his action, and then he is going to move and run for the chimney, and that gives you an attack of opportunity, Zorandis.
Me and knowledge though.
I'm dead, dude. I'm laying on the
He-
ground. I'm dead.
Dernak is literally dying.
I'm swinging towards him again.
Okay.
14 to hit.
You miss him as he flees towards the chimney. What do you do, Zorandis?
I'm going to want to go after him.
Okay.
And I'm swinging again.
Alright. Give yourself an advantage because the enemy is running away.
Alright, no. Is 21 to hit? Or
That hits, yeah. I mean, you could roll again to see if you might, like, crit or something. Yeah, okay. I'd take the 23. Alright, you hit him. And how much damage?
it is 8.
8 damage. He goes down.
So he's like dead.
He actually falls to the ground unconscious.
Unconscious.
Yep. Alright, Dernak. Would you like to roll another d20 for me?
Can I
That's 2. I'm dead.
Okay, Dernak has died.
can I assist him?
No, he's dead. Yeah, you made your choice, T-Pain. Alright, I think we'll call it there for tonight.
Alright, sounds good. Was that the fastest character death, I wonder?
Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.